Hey, how are you? Okay. Can you get off the gate? Can you get off the gate? Thank you. Leave it, Brindle. Inca, leave it. Okay. This morning I'm gonna separate the ram from this flock. So breeding season for this flock anyway is over for the time being. Huge loud tractors going along the road. She's always picking up sticks, but I just wanted to show you this stick. It's so beautiful. Look at the different lichens on it. There's a whole series of different ones. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. It's so beautiful how many different greens there are. Silver greens, yellow greens, olive greens. And then you put it on the ground with the grass. Whoops, it's upside down. There we go. With the grass and the cow parsley. Look at all those greens. It's just against the dead rotting of this particular stick. So gorgeous. Look at the cyclamen leaves. Yes, I know. No! You're a beast. Anyway, look at the cyclamen leaves, are beautiful patterns of greens. And then if I creep in here, you can see this is another cyclamen, which is a different kind of green. But look, the daffodils are beginning to come up, aren't they? Yeah, it's the daffodils. And then there's chives. These are chives beginning to come up amongst the cow parsley. But here's, I'm walking very cautiously. Look at this wonderful snowdrop. This is an early variety, so it's supposed to be up now. It's a December blooming variety. There's another one right there. So looking gorgeous with their big flower heads. So over the years, those two will clump up beautifully. So I'll have December flowering snowdrops. And then over here, again, I've got to watch where I'm walking. Cautiously, cautiously, cautiously. Here's some cyclamen that is blooming. Look at that. So beautiful. It's lovely having color. Look at this one. Oh, this is a beauty. Look at the color there. Oh, gorgeous. But this is a variegated leaf. This is one I planted last year. So it looks like it's taken. Yay! So just trying to make underneath this horse chestnut tree look colorful in the spring as you come up the driveway, cautiously exiting because all the snowdrops and daffodils are beginning to come up. Here's some hellebore that are getting ready to bloom. They're in bud. And then here's another early snowdrop that's coming up as well. So I should really prune back in this bed the Annabelles. These are the Annabelles. The Annabelles are these huge headed hydrangeas. But this bed is coming alive. Look at that. Some more snowdrops coming up through the leaves. And more hellebores here. So I've got to definitely do some, prune this stuff back. Annabelles you prune down to the ground. And then they come back like this next year. Big, tall, floofy white things. So there you go. Another of my spring favorites. Okay, this is flowering in a pot. But another of my spring favorites is this Iris styliosa. It's an amazing, delicate, but exceedingly hardy iris. And it has nappy stems, leaves all year long. But this time of year, it produces stunning irises. So before I bring the big breeding flock up here, I have to move this ram and his 3 ladies because I've taken off a lot of the ewes with them out. So come on guys, out you go. Come on. There we go. Come on. Brindle, out. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Out, Brindle. Out. Out. There we go. Out. Go on, out. Oop, we got a touch of scald. Leave it, Brindle. Go on. Java! I'm gonna just put them up the orchard. Oh God, she's so lame. I'm gonna have to catch her and treat her, but I'm gonna do this bit first. They look like they've broken their leg. It's always so painful, but they haven't at all. And it takes one treatment, a swipe of a rag and a spray, the blue spray, and they're fine. So they're going to be in the orchard while I bring the other flock in, just to keep the rams away from each other. Off we go to get the flock in. It's so sad that holly tree is down now, gone. This is amazing. It's still amazing. And it's still flowering. Look at that. It's slightly bent over because it got hit by the frost, but it's rejuvenating itself. The next frost is probably going to kill it, but it's just amazing that it has survived so well. And the lambs got in here and munched, but they didn't touch the trees. They got under the fence because I didn't have it electric. You can see they snuck under there. Anyway, this pile of holly. And I allowed this flock here a few minutes to go in and browse in my little woodland area. And they're browsing. Look at that. They've all gone over here, which is exactly what I want them to do. It stimulates growth and clears the understory of all these silver birch, cherries, spindle. This is the dogwood that I planted in memory of my friend Bridget. But yeah, the sheep, the ewes are all over there, just around the corner, blending in. These branches are from the silver birch. When the electrical guys were here, they chopped off the edges. Anyway, this little woodland area, if you want to call it that, look at this spindle here. Spindle, but it's full of birds. So the flock is all the way over there. I'd like to see what they're eating. Oh dear, look at this. Hopefully this is okay. I took the thing off. This is a virus or something. It has nothing to do with my husbandry of this tree. Hopefully, well, there's still buds, so hopefully it'll survive. It's kind of healed on this side. I have no idea what caused that. It was not me leaving something on too long. I don't do that. Anyway, loads of silver birches. I'm going to get these ladies. Hopefully they're not eating my spindle. This is a spindle here. His scald is very painful, so that's why he's coming in, and he's going to get treatment all on his own. So just curiously watching to see what they're eating, to make sure they're not eating any of the trees. This is the time of year when you can graze sheep in woodland, because there's no sap in the trees, there's no sweetness. The sap has run down into the ground. So just to see that they're not going to browse the trees. Normally in the woods, when I browse them, put them in the woods, they don't eat these small seedlings. They just eat the grass on the ground or the ivy or the laurel. And look, they're just sniffing at the trees, but not eating the trees. They're more interested in the grass. These two definitely need treatment. So does she. But look, they're only interested in the trees. They are not interested in eating, they're only interested in the grass. They are not at all interested in the shrubs or browsing the trees, which is a good sign. Look at that. Only interested in eating the grass. Isn't that right, ear feather? Yeah. And she's gonna have to be medicated as well, because she's got that, her face is itching her again. She wouldn't let me approach her in the field. I could only get to scratch her head, and then if I got the cream, she'd like go in the other direction. So her and Crystal, Kestrel and Crystal, are gonna need some time inside with me tending them. Still here with just observing how the ewes are eating in this little bit of woodland scrub I've created. And look at this diversity of greens. The crows are very angry I'm still here, because they want to fly down and eat up the leftover sheep food. So they're yelling at me. Anyway, look at this. You have buttercups, yarrow, this lovely ferny stuff, that's yarrow. And then you have the blackberry or bramble, as well as bits of grasses. So it's rather lovely, that diversity of greens and textures, from the ferniness of the yarrow to this shape of the buttercup to the bramble, and then of course the grasses. And here you can see there's a seed head of a yarrow. A bird will probably feed on it at some stage. But this particular area, I don't want the bramble to grow. There's other areas on the farm they can grow. So I will be pruning this bramble back. I don't mind having this is dock. And the dock seeds, a lot of the birds have been eating. So I don't mind the dock. It's just the brambles I don't want here, because they'll shade out all these flowers and stuff, and there's oxeye daisies in here and all kinds of stuff. So trying to get as much diversity as possible, but controlling what grows where to a degree that the bramble doesn't take over everything, so other things have a chance to grow, like these here. And so you can see there's lots of yarrow here and grasses here and more yarrow. And see, this is the field, and there's clovers there. So you need to have food for many different times of year here. Now this is a young silver birch. They still have a dark bark until this one, you can see the pale barks coming through. This is a cherry. This is a self-sown cherry, which I'm going to leave, but it's got a split leader. Split leader means there's 2 branches going up, and I'm going to keep that one, and I'm going to prune this one down to the ground so that it only has 1 stem growing upwards. So here, these are scrub plum, and look at that, very sharp. They do that, and these flower really early in spring. Again, this has 1, 2, 3 leaders, and I'm going to keep this leader, and I'm going to prune these down to the ground. And again, this one is a spindle, but it doesn't have a split leader. It's just got 1 big, and then it has branches out, so I'm keeping that. But there's another scrub plum, this one here. And it's very close to that silver birch, but that's fine. It's a split leader, so I'm going to chop out one of it. And it just thins it out to let light through for the rest of the trees. See, here's another scrub plum growing right here. But I'm planning on planting some more. I have some more silver birch, and I'm going to be putting 3 of them in here. I'm debating putting one right there. But here you can see the silver birch is doing really well. This is the dock again. And the birds have plucked the seeds clean. When I let the sheep into here, there were flurries of birds. Look at the poor 2 of you. Definitely need some TLC, you 2. But those are some of the works that I'm going to do in here at some stage before spring. At the moment, I'm just in an observation mode, just observing what the sheep are browsing and eating. And so far, they're leaving all the trees, all the spindle, the scrub plum, the cherry, the silver birch, and my dogwood, or should I call it Bridget's dogwood. Oh, I think you all have done browsing, have you? Okay, I'm going to herd you out then. See, here's another cherry. So there's lots of cherry in here. And this spindle has grown magnificently tall. Look at that. I'm so excited about these spindle. I love spindle. I'm a huge spindle fan. The birds are also, these are cleavers. And you see all the seeds? This is where a lot of the bullfinches and things are in here. And they pluck these seeds and eat them. Hence, I haven't pulled them all down because they're high above the ground for the birds. Anyway, I've got to herd these 2 ladies from there out the gate because I'm going to take the ram out. Look, they're eating the cleavers as well. She's eating the cleavers and enjoying them. Crystal is eating the grass, and she's eating the dried cleavers. That's what you want to see. I think there's going to be a few times when I release the flock, the ewe flock, in here for like a half hour or 10 minutes. Come on, girls. Go on. Come on, ladies. Inca, out of there. Maya, out. Leave it. Out, out, out. Come on, girl. Maya, leave it. Out. There we go. And they're out my little made-up gate. Leave them be. Bold. Now, I just wanted to see. There were lots of them hanging around the spindle, but they haven't touched it. Ooh, a fly flew into my throat. Look, that was down on the ground or hanging low. They didn't touch that spindle. Did they touch this dogwood? Nope. Here are the buds on the bottom branches. The thing is, I just have to be cautious and feel out. Sorry. A fly went down my throat. I just have to be cautious about how long I keep them, allow them to come in here, because as soon as the sap starts rising and the buds start swelling, they become sweet and delicious. So, but having the sheep in here grazing this is a really good for it. Isn't that right? I've got to clear away these silver birch branches though. I know, it's so exciting. I know. Anyway, that's that for the time being. Come on, girls. Up this way. Come on. Woo! Come on. Come on. Atta girls. Come on. Come on. Oh, you're going to have a lovely time eating the ivy. I mean the holly. Yum, 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 yum. Java, leave it. Come here. Look at that. They're going to eat some ivy. A holly. I keep calling it ivy. Oh, well, maybe they're not. They're too interested. Hey! Java! Inca, leave it. Leave it. Good girl. Poor boy. You're going to get fixed. I'm going to fix you.